20 years ago, maybe not exactly, when I made a public pronouncement that corruption was in the force and members of the force were part of gangs in Jamaica, facilitating criminal elements and all that, supplying them information and all that stuff. You know, I was ridiculed. I don't want to state a falsehood, but I think I was told by a senior person in authority that I should withdraw my statement and apologize. I didn't, because I knew at the time, and I still do know, that many members of the force, as it also now exists, are a part of the criminal elements underworld out there. But it is not by accident, it is by design. So gangs organize themselves and to make sure some of them members join the police force and the army and other security apparatus to exact all the information, all the plans for raids, for roadblocks, for SO, and all these things, and to inform the gang. So much so that that they could operate without being caught. So if members are caught at this time, and I want to tell you too, they are not really policemen, they are only wolves in sheep clothing, so they take the opportunity to pronounce themselves or to project themselves as policemen or women. Some of them join only to get a job, only to make some money. But that loyalty, that commitment, that dedication to duty is not a part of their criteria. I'm not telling you that members of my team that I made at the time were criminal elements. But I had to take away their phones when I was going on operation. And I didn't tell many of them where I was going and how the operation was planned or anything like that. We just operated, a few of us, randomly and had them drawn into the operation. So they didn't get to call their friends. As a matter of fact, I used to have to misinform them. So like I was going to Old Harbor, I would say it is Mandeville. So they would be calling up all Mandeville friends and the criminal elements there to say, Mr. Adams is coming to Mandeville. Even in truth and in fact, I was only going to Old Harbor. And therefore, that is how, I hope the force is operating that way still. Because in any organization, historically and now, you have these people. And I think one of the reasons for that, I'm not impressed that when a man or a woman applies to join the police force, that they are properly scrutinized from the day they went to kindergarten to the day they applied to join the force. And what I mean, scrutinizing them minutely to the last finest letter. And one of the things that has contributed considerably to the indiscipline in the force at the demise of the status quo as it relates to a policeman being a member of society, of an organization that people look up to, is that many of the rules and regulations concerning the management, the recruitment, the step-by-step supervisory management that should be instituted as it relates to a policeman or a woman has been watered down. And the whole societal problem too. Some policemen find out that many influential people in the society don't want the policemen to operate in a particular way, to deal with criminal elements. So the policemen get frustrated, and instead of being loyal, dedicated, committed policemen, they join the underworld and get the money and put in their pocket and drive a nice car and get a nice home. We have some good investigators. We have decent law-abiding citizens in the force who will investigate them and prosecute them right to so that they are brought to court, convicted and sent to prison. We have people who are in the first field, I think also in the majority, but you know the whole administration. Just one bad apple spoil everything. I remember I told this country long ago that every police in Jamaica, 10, 15 years ago, I don't know if it exists, or even up to 10 years ago, the gangs put one of their members to live in the vicinity of a police station, that every plan they have, every move they make, everybody who goes to the police station to make a report, they record it and know it. And that served at the time as a hindrance to effective and efficient police management. And the policemen also know that the laws that we have in Jamaica, right, and especially to do with criminal elements, do not necessarily serve all the time as a deterrent to criminality. They get bail, they go out and commit the same crime as often as they get bail. And the society is afraid to keep criminal elements behind bars. I don't know why. Somebody some society, some persons must be gaining benefits from these actions. I don't know what kind of heart I have, but I find no problem to keep a criminal behind bars when he's convicted for 100 years. Or if he's not yet convicted, keep them behind bars until they are either convicted or free. Obviously, with their rights being protected. But criminal elements must feel and know that when they misbehave themselves, the punishment that will be exacted on them serve as a deterrent. In Jamaica, to me, prisons and jail don't come in like a dance hall where people put on pretty clothes and sing song and video and all that stuff. And the bling in prison and all that stuff. That doesn't serve to fight crime, my dear.